Guys, we are in Roswell, right down the street from where I live. It's King Hart. We're at the Smith's Plantation in Roswell. Now, this is the cottage house where they probably housed the family while their home was being built. Mr. Roswell's daughter's house. This is called a Smith Plantation. And I like to get out and share with you guys was how close we are to everything that happened to us. Just how under our nose it is. It's my partner sitting here. Um, that's the guest house over there, and those are, of course, the slave quarters. My people. Um, this plantation was built by Mr. Roswell's daughter. She married into a Smith, and I live in Roswell, so the city is after his name. This is the corn house. Now, back before COVID, all this was open. You can see the exhibits, is what they would call it. And I'll walk up to here and show you. This is Smith Plantation Corn Crib. Of course, there's so much to see. Next time I get my camera, I will show you. And when the exhibit's open, if you go all the way up to the top of the hill, they show you the ironing boards, all what the slave used to keep the house in order to cook with and everything. And there's glass exhibits. So I'm not going to go all the way up there, but I'm going to go here. This is how Roswell was founded. And I'm going to come back and do the Barrington Plantation also. They partnered with Mr. Roswell and them to have the slaves to build Roswell, Georgia, and to build the mills in Roswell. Well, a lot of people don't know who've been living here for 40 years, and I know it. This is their home. But I see the Barrington Plantation housed President Roosevelt when he was a child over by the Barrington. This is the cookhouse. I would go inside it, but the door is locked. But if you see, this is where the slaves cook. Inside this cookhouse, there are chains connected to the pots and pans. The slaves were chained by their feet to stand there and cook. And when they brought the food from this cookhouse all the way to the main house, or even to the guest house, or in the priest hut, or the guest hut, they would have to whistle so that the slave owners would know that they're not eating the food. This is a museum. The main thing about this museum is charge. It charges people to take tours and to get in, even black people, when we should be tax free. We're paying to see the demise of our pain and suffering to make someone else wealthy. This is the Smith Plantation. Of course, I like visiting these things. I like historic. I'm a history buff. I like historic um, literature and historic element. Knowing it makes me know who I am today. Now, there's a tour inside. They even have a ghost story about this home. But this is the Smith Plantation. And Miss Mamie Cotton, last name Cotton, was a descendant of the slaves here. And when they were freed from slavery, they moved into Gwinnett County, and the KKK ran them off and stole their land. And Miss Mamie Cotton was welcome to come back and stay here with Miss Smith's uh, daughter or granddaughter until she died in 1980. But she did not get this property. She lived here. I don't know if any other family benefit. But the story of Mr. Roswell is he had slaves all out in the yard for 5 to 10 years, molesting the female slaves and making fun of the mulattoes that were born, inviting other white supremacists over and slave owners to carry on with this event, this egregious event. And it got so bad until the white society took him to court. Look it up. That was the story of him. So there's a lot of mulattoes and people walking around the community that's descendants of Mr. Roswell and the slaves that were on his property without even knowing who they are. And you think you're African, but you're an African descent, the American Negro. You're very important people. Without any type of compensation and protection due to this, being an heir of America's original sin, the birth of a nation. Well, it's the month of October, you see the Halloween stuff. But now I'm going to go over to the Barrington Plantation. There's a lot more to see, but I want to offer you guys a little bit. Now, a lot of people don't know if you walk into the Walmart on Mansell in Roswell, the only Walmart in Roswell, I think, Georgia, you will see this house on the foyer or inside the lobby because that land belonged to this family. So they are in business camaraderie there. And I think it was a tobacco field. The Walmart. The Walmart. The local Walmart. 970 Mansell Road. A lot of people don't know what this picture is when they see it on the wall, but I do. It's good to study, people. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm going to go to the Barrington Plantation and I'm going to show you so much. These people had so much. The land is so big and beautiful. They were so lily white and they used our people, blood sacrifice, to build their wealth. And the Jews got a blank check. Not us.